which is a larger issue. Do we need in a country like India here? I, as a Delhi citizen, I'm struggling. I don't have water. I'm struggling with electricity. Do we need for our national pride that the world applauds us that look what a great event India held, in which we spent thousands and thousands of crores, but we don't take care of our own necessities. Where are our priorities? Even sporting priorities are misplaced, and even as a national priority of what we should spend on, I think is misplaced terribly. And now, looking ahead, Indian Olympic Association has already bid for Asian Games, which is in 2019. They want now, we might have about, after the Commonwealth Games, another debate on, because of our national pride, we should host Asian Games, where I think we will need another 100,000 crores to spend. So I think we should have debated about Commonwealth Games seriously. Instead of paying bribe to 70 countries of $1,000, $1 lakh we paid, as a government paid $1 lakh to 70 Commonwealth Game nations, in which a lot of them are rich countries. A bribe so that they vote for us. And we also told them that we'll give them free facilities to travel, to come here, to stay here. I think as a country we have never properly debated
you've got lots to answer
why
for.
we needed to host Commonwealth Games. It was a waste. We had an Afro-Asian Games. We were told by the Indian Olympic Association.
I'll come back. I'm going to come back.
This is a great mega event. Where is Afro-Asian Games? And Commonwealth Games, for God's sake, nobody is interested in Commonwealth Games.
No, I think a lot of our viewers have said,
internationally are withdrawing from it.
No, a lot of our viewers have said that they want Mr. Bhanot and Mr. Manishankar Iyer back into the debate, which I'm just doing. But Sohail, here's your Pride of India argument busted by two of our panelists.
No, it's not busted. The problem with us is we always worry about the horse when it's bolted. This is typical Indian post-mortemizing. All the issues that Pradeep magazine has raised, that Mani has raised, that Rahul has touched upon in his rather calm anger bits. I mean, these things you should have done before. Rahul has recourse to law. He's a specialist in PILs. He's an expert on sports. I mean, what's the point of discussing it now?
I'm sorry, I'm
what
not.
What is the point of talking about this? One minute, will you allow me to finish? I didn't interrupt.
I'm not a specialist by any means.
Can I? See, Arnav, if you want to have a debate where people out of anger will raise their voice and force their way and interrupt other people, there's no point having a debate.
No, we are all listening.
I have very limited logic. My limited logic is as follows. If the Commonwealth Games was going to be a monumental mistake, if it took away from the agricultural productivity, if it took away from development of sports athletes, yes, that issue should have been discussed before. What's the point of doing it now? You can't take the Commonwealth Games away. You can't tell the world that we can't have these Commonwealth Games. Now, Rahul, 1 minute. Will you allow me to finish? Obviously, Manishankar Iyer was in a minority. He was thrown out of the cabinet. I mean, he was thrown out of this post.
No.
So obviously, even wise people like Dr. Manmohan Singh didn't think that Manishankar had a sustainable argument, even though his logic may have been pristine. I mean, Rahul, short of erecting a statue of Manishankar Iyer, you've done everything else. And kudos to you. Point I'm making is, the damage, if you call it damage, has been done. Now what do we do? I completely agree with Pradeep. If we have to revisit the comprehensive sport policy that you spoke about, Rahul, that Mani had initiated, let's talk about that. Let's move forward. The point is, none of us is going to be helped if we keep criticizing, because these games are going to happen. Now, either we all stand united, or we keep quiet and say that, look, it's a mess, and have a similar debate as Pradeep said, after the Commonwealth Games,
look at
and
the
make
argument.
people accountable and arrest people who've been corrupt.
Look at the argument. What was Manishankar Iyer's argument? Manishankar Iyer's argument as opposed to Lalit Bhanot's. 1 minute, let me get the others in. Rahul, I want to give time to the others. No, we can't be speaking about Mr. Iyer and not letting Mr. Iyer speak. So, 1 minute. The point is, Mr. Manishankar Iyer's argument as opposed to Suresh Kalmadi's argument is talent versus infrastructure. Mr. Bhanot, you are building infrastructure. That also, I must say, very doubtful infrastructure. What about the talent? What about the talent, Mr. Bhanot? Can you answer Mr. Manishankar Iyer on that one?
Hello.
I don't think you got that point there. Mr. Bhanot, what about the talent? Why are we spending 35,000 crores in leaky infrastructure?
No. What I will say, Arnav, once we have decided, the government has decided to host the Commonwealth Games, and we are doing it. The money spent on the Commonwealth Games, I don't feel that whatever the sum you are telling that we are going to spend this amount of money on the games. If you include all the infrastructure created in the city, which is miles away from the village or the other venues of the city where the athletes are not going to visit, and if you add that money plus the airport, the metro, all these things, yes, it can go even to 100,000 crore rupees.
Yeah.
I am not talking. You please talk about what money has been spent actually on the Commonwealth Games. If Delhi is developing, it is good for all Delhi people. It will develop, it will further develop. It is not that, that if the Commonwealth Games will not take place, if it has not taken place, then there will be no metro, there will be no village.
No, it may be good
there will be no airport. So all these development has to take place. There is nothing wrong. Yes, some delay has caused to the infrastructure, sports infrastructure. That was because of the delay at the ministry level during the year 2005, 6, 7.
Right.
So it only picked up in 2008.
Right.
So who is responsible for that?
Right. Last word to Mr. Iyer.
Question why it has been delayed.
Last word to Mr. Iyer. The IOA is saying, don't ask us why it's been delayed. We are not the only ones responsible.
No, it is not our responsibility.
By my saying,
it is the responsibility of the venue owner. The venue owner had to complete it.
Yeah, sure.
But we are ready now,
but this,
even 60 days away, we are fully ready with it.
It's a bit of a blame game, Mr. Iyer.
No, it's not a blame game.
If by my saying, please let me speak, yeah. Look, if by my saying nothing more, we are going to have a successful games, I want to make the promise to all your viewers this evening that I have said everything I want to say about these games. I have nothing more to say. I'll meet you all on the 15th of October, and then you tell me whether you feel proud as Indians of having held these games or whether you feel you have to hang your head in shame. I have nothing more to say. Finish, basta, samapt, shanti, shanti, shanti.
Mr. Iyer, that's funny. Okay, Pradeep Magazine. Pradeep Magazine, what do you think is going to happen after the games? Will we feel proud or worried?
Look, from my point of view, I hope we hold a wonderful games since we are committed to it. That's the issue is not now whether the Commonwealth Games, obviously they should be held well, they should be successful, and since we have spent so much money, whether we are able to do that or not, let's see it.
Right.
But I think the larger issue still remains.
Yeah.
Should have we held the games? Now we are committed to it. As Mani Shankar as sports minister had raised his voice then also, in fact he stalled India hosting the Asian Games, which we would have hosted immediately after this. I think he was the one who said that why should we host an Asian Games? Yeah. I think we should look ahead and debate properly, seriously in future that should we be now hosting Asian Games? Should we be hosting now Commonwealth Games? Should national pride for some few people who in any case maybe are cut off from the, disconnected from Indian reality, be it sports or be it people, should national pride for them, because of their national pride, should we be wasting so much of money in future on these mega events? I think that is now at the moment or after Commonwealth Games, we should seriously debate that or introspect, should have we done this or not? Someone
just messaged me to saying the only thing that is common is wealth. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me on this debate. Let's see where it goes. Mani Shankar here, thanks very much. I don't think you'll not say anything for a long time, but let's see what happens.